Okay, guys. So you've discussed some things.
Don't expect them to jump into the detail.
Some of the barriers that keep people from getting in your ABFs and home ABFs, and now some ways to break through those barriers. Give me a couple, Tim.
We had a really excellent idea. ABF leaders or teachers teaching maybe a month-long elective, specifically targeted at the affinity group of their ABF. So people, they're more comfortable coming Wednesday night. They feel like there's a lower intimacy expectation, and then once they get comfortable with the ABF teachers who are teaching this elective, when it ends after a month, they'll invite them, come join my ABF, and they already have their foot in the door.
Okay, good. So ABF electives that kind of are a first step into an ABF.
Yeah, and they're not even related to the ABF. It's just the teachers running an elective. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Why not do it on Sunday morning? Have all the ABFs offer just one particular course.
Well, we do that, but if he's there Wednesday night, he would do it on Wednesday night class.
Okay.
But we do it on a Sunday morning, and we do it in our class. We do it in the morning, the time before, and then when our class comes in, they welcome everybody who went to that elective, and they even feel more comfortable.
But is it advertised? In other words, in the bulletin, is there something that says after service you can go to all these things and this is what they're teaching for 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, some of those things are, but that's a good point. How do we advertise for 76 different ones, or at least 50 different on-campus ones on Sunday? But that's good.
You can pick a handful of them and rotate them. People, you don't have to do a whole bunch of them at one time.
Mm-hmm.
True. So a smaller group of them.
Yeah.
You do it twice a year. Yeah.
Okay, someone else. Yeah.
Well, we had to talk about Facebook and everything else. We got young pastors who are tech savvy. Why don't you just give us 5 to 10 minute clips, post them on YouTube, post them on the chapel. This is what an ABF's like.
Yeah. Good.
Because that's how our society is. I love what someone said over here about how we don't sit on our front porches anymore.
Yeah.
We're very isolated, and this is a very non-threatening way for somebody to discover what in the world are these ABFs. They can just click and say, oh, I get a picture of what an ABF is like. I can get click on another link. This is an HABF.
Yeah.
And then they can see people interacting, and then say, well, I might be drawing that. In the other part, Chan said something really good. He said, Mitch, that's 21st century. Let's go back something to the 1st century. And just be low tech, and just make a great effort like that was encouraging everyone to be proactive in inviting people. Even use it as a service aspect of your ABF to go and draw people in, invite people in.
Good. Okay, so just being intentional about inviting people into the ABFs and home ABFs from service, but then also potentially recording 10-minute parts of an ABF.
Some segments that would be relevant to people to capture what it means.
Posting those on YouTube, or so that you can click on it from the chapel website so they can actually get a taste of that. Good, very good.
We talked a little bit about focusing more on discipleship and maybe and working on kind of getting with people's desire to care for other people outside of India and to be vulnerable with new people.
Good. Discipleship within the ABF, fanning the desire to be intimate and real with new people, is that what you said, or just people in general?
Well, yes.
Yeah, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, good. One more, Scott.
Yeah, the chapel has a lot of ministries outside of just the community groups, and they provide a great opportunity to reach out to people, like we were saying before, with the personal invitations. I was just thinking, if you walk down the nursery hall, think about how many people are bringing their kids out every single Sunday. That would fit in well with young family ABFs.
Yes.
And that's just one example of a ministry we have in the chapel that can provide a way to reach out to others in the community.
That's a great idea. So maybe posting people in our ABFs specific to affinity in areas of the church where they're at, where they're located. Kids ministry, young families, that kind of thing. Good idea. Great. All right, we're going to move on. Next question. What are our greatest needs right now? The greatest needs to grow the number of people in ABFs that currently aren't in a biblical community, that aren't in an ABF or a home ABF. What's the greatest need that we have right now as a church? For time's sake, I'm going to combine this with the last question so we can discuss this all together. So some of the needs that we have, the greatest needs needs right now to grow the people. For example, maybe we need a better website in order for people to understand. Maybe we need a Starbucks. Maybe we need, something like that. And then what are some ways to satisfy those needs? Okay. So you discussed some stuff. What did you come up with? What are some of the greatest needs? And I guess I was thinking more infrastructure type needs with these, and then how to meet those needs. But tell me what you discussed, please. Here.
You can tell a person, invite them to the ABF. Let's say they want to come to your ABF. How on earth are they going to find you? I have yet to find a room on the 3rd floor there.
Good. So especially at the Akron campus, one of the major needs is to help people be able to navigate through the building.
Maps, and signs. We need more of them.
And then the way to satisfy better signage, more maps.
Our first time.
I wonder if having volunteers that would be able to walk people places. A chat with GPS. Yeah. Good, thank you. Carol, Rockmore, you had?
No, we were just saying that also videos. There's so many people, that, especially our 8 o'clock, we were saying, a lot of people say, I didn't even know there was an 8 o'clock ABF. And we're saying we need signs, we need things periodically, more than what we've been getting in the bulletin, and somehow make a big push for not just ours, but all of them.
Yeah.
Because it's an important part of life.
One thing we haven't announced yet is we're talking, and I'm thinking about doing some video monitors at the info centers, just like the airport.
Yeah. We talked over here about like an ABF wall, like a wall outside the worship centers that was just all about ABFs and all the information, maybe some video stuff there too. ABF coffee corner.
Right, yeah, with Starbucks.
Totally.
Hot.
It's hot. Exactly. Hot Starbucks coffee. Good. Okay, what else did you come up with? Okay. One of the barriers is the size of the house. Good. What are some ways to overcome those barriers? Did you guys discuss that? Yes, and that's a huge thing that Dane was talking about and Hal was talking about is that we're training people in our home ABFs, especially, but in ABFs too, but especially our home ABFs, to be leaders of other home ABFs that they can then split or bifurcate. Is that a big word? They can split the home ABF into another one and you multiply it. Good.
But you should always be training leaders. You should always look for someone in there that has the potential to lead, and that's how it's going to grow. That's how it's going to continue to grow. You must always look at who is the next leader, who's going to take the next group, or who's going to. You get 24 people, and that's all you can hold. Well, now you need to go to another group. You need to have another leader, but you always have to train leaders. You have to look at that.
It's a good word. It's got to be in our minds as we're leading. Yeah, good. Hey, thank you guys. I'm assuming that everybody wrote this stuff down. Thank you for doing that. If you could just leave those in the middle of the tables. I know we didn't get a chance to discuss everything here, but believe me, we are going to spend some time going through everything that you've written down and really using that as we're planning more for the future. So thank you for doing that. Thank you, too, for being here. Thank you, too, for being here and sacrificing a couple hours on a Monday night to do this on top of all of the time that you give to serve and lead in your ABF. Our church would be nothing without you guys, so thank you very much.
Really be very excited about where ABFs are at. We had a couple slow years, and this has really, really been a great year. And if you haven't kind of caught that in terms of the growth, in terms of new groups, 13 new groups, we haven't started this many community groups since we started Green, 6 years ago. Something really good is going on. The things that Hal shared about that people just kind of came forward wanting to lead, we're finding a lot of people like that. So thank you for leading well, for taking care of your people. There are a bunch of books over there. We probably didn't now mention that. Grab a book. It's just our way to say thank you. And hey, let me close in a word of prayer.